Hi, welcome to this DCPWay tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to install LibreOffice 7 onto your Windows 10 computer. So let's go ahead and open up the web browser. In Google search, I'm going to type in LibreOffice. I'm going to go to this website here. It's called libreoffice.org. So the latest version, which is the newest version, is version 7. So there's performance, compatibility and usability upgrades. So I believe this is the best version of LibreOffice. I really like this particular version, so I would urge you go and download and install this. It's basically the equivalent of Microsoft Office, right? But for free. So think of it that way. Let's click this download button here, this green one here, and it will take us to this download page. You can download an older version of LibreOffice below, but we're going to go for version 7, which is the current version. Now normally the web browser will detect what operating system you're using and it will suggest the right download here. So you've got Windows 32-bit and 64-bit, you've got Mac OS, and you've got two different Linux versions. I'm going to be running Windows 64, and I'll click the yellow download button here. So that takes me to this web page here, and we can go ahead and really it should actually automatically start the installer. So you can see it's downloading here. It's not a small file, it's around 301 megabytes, so it won't take too long to download on my computer. But you can go ahead and make a donation if you really like this software. It's free to use, so you can help them out by making a little donation here. And probably you might want to go and check out some of these other options across the top here, like Discover, and you can find out what the new features are and so forth. So it's definitely worth looking at. So let's just drag this to the side. The download's finished. It's around 300 megabytes. We'll drag and drop that into this folder and close down the web browser. My Norton's has checked it and it's saying it's safe, it's good to install. So let's open up this folder, and inside here you can see the file we just downloaded. I'm going to double click on that file just to start the installation process. So here on this screen it's asking us to go to the next step. We'll go to the next step. You can do custom installation if you want to install specific features, maybe change the user's language or the spelling and stuff like this. But really we'll just do a typical installation. It should detect what language you're using on your machine. So if you're using American English or British English or UK English, then it will detect that. So we'll click next, and it's asking us to create a shortcut on the desktop. I'm not going to do that. Load LibreOffice 7 during system startup. I would advise you don't do that. I don't like things starting up. It just slows down the machine's boot up sequence. So don't, probably untick both these options. I like to keep my desktop super clean, right? No files on my desktop, or very few. And whenever I put files on my desktop, I move them. So let's just click install, and we'll wait for this process to complete. So let's just see this going through this process. So it's saying the following applications are using files that are needed to be updated by the system. You can let installation wizard close them and attempt to restart them or reboot your system later to complete the setup. So do not close applications. So I'm not going to close them, and I'm going to reboot the machine and we can see what's going on. Let's just click OK. Okay, so the installation has finished. I'm going to click the finish button here, and it's saying that I must restart my computer in order for the application to be fully installed. You must restart your system for the configuration changes made to LibreOffice to take effect. Click yes to restart or no to restart later. I'm going to click no for now, and I'm going to reboot my machine, and we're going to go and check out the software. Okay, so I rebooted my computer. If we go to the start menu and scroll down to find LibreOffice, here it is, LibreOffice, and there's various options in here. So this is like a little splash screen, this first option. It just gives you access to current documents you're working on, allows you to access all of these different applications from this one option. But here we've got LibreOffice Base, which is a bit like Microsoft Access. We've got LibreOffice Calc, which is like Microsoft Excel. And then we've got Draw here. There's not really anything like this on the Microsoft applications really. So this is kind of unique to LibreOffice. You can do like nice sort of diagrams and flowcharts and stuff like this using this tool. We've got LibreOffice Impress, which is more like PowerPoint presentations, and then LibreOffice Math. I've never really used this tool, so anyone that knows how to use it, make a tutorial and send it to me. And we've got LibreOffice Writer, which is like Microsoft Word. So let's just try and open up Calc. Calc I use quite a lot. It's very similar to Microsoft Excel, and you can kind of see the sort of the options at the top here are a bit different. But in general, it's pretty much, like Microsoft Excel. It's a spreadsheet application. It's probably not as powerful as Excel, but to do your day-to-day work, I mean, I used it for over 10 years in my business to do my bookkeeping and stuff like that. So it served me very well. So there's no reason why LibreOffice Calc won't serve you well as well. So you can do series filling. You can do a lot of the things that you normally do in Microsoft Excel, you can do in LibreOffice. I've actually made quite a few tutorials, so I'll put some links in the YouTube description to LibreOffice Calc, LibreOffice Writer. I've made some tutorials showing you how to use this software, so do go and check those out. If you've never used spreadsheets or you're not familiar with word processing, then I'll put some links in the YouTube description to some playlists and some main tutorials to help you get kickstarted with this software. Okay, so there's not really much more to explain. We'll just have a quick look at LibreOffice Writer. Let's just see what that looks like. So let's just go back down to, let's find it again. Where is it gone? Here it is. And we'll have a look at LibreOffice Writer. So this is the other software I use quite frequently. So it's just like word processing, right? So you've got your header tags or your H1 tags here, H1 to 4, bit like web development in a way, but this is for word processing. And you've got all the different options. You've got these tab options across the top, very similar to Microsoft Word, right? So you've got all the little tab options going across the top here, separating out all of your tools. So I'll be doing some new tutorials for LibreOffice Writer and LibreOffice Calc, and maybe some for Impress as well, which is like the PowerPoint sort of tool, similar to PowerPoint. But for now, I'll put some links in the YouTube description to my previous tutorials, and they should help you to get kickstarted with this software. So let's close this down. That's how you go about installing LibreOffice 7 onto your Windows 10 computer. You can follow that same logic and install it onto your Mac OS or onto your Linux computer. So just follow the same procedure and just select the right option when you get to the download page, remembering that little drop down menu. Okay, I hope you find this tutorial useful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next DCP web tutorial.